So people say, well, Benjamin, how can you sit here and say you are teaching Japanese swordwork because you have no name and you don't have a fancy school? And well, because, well, hey, let's be honest. Let's think back a little bit here, okay? I am samurai. Maybe I'm the lowest samurai in the entire province, but I am samurai. Everybody with me so far? Yeah. I am samurai. I am working for my lord. We are going to war. What is my goal?
Kill.
To not die. Or die for either or. But the theory is not die. Look up, draw. Jesus. So, if my ancestor at the time, there are people who say, but you're doing it wrong. This is not Japanese tradition. Well, now I beg to differ with you. I'm here. So clearly, my ancestors did something right. They what? They did not die.
They did keep acting on people.
We tend to just argue with people, man. It's kind of still that way. My mom and her neighbor do. Standing, doing things. So basically, before we actually get into the real teaching, we're just going to show you some dueling stance. So, go! We're going to show you a couple of stances that we do and a couple of things that we do. First and foremost, it needs to be understood. Hey, the Japanese katana, the mythology that goes around this, guys, it's getting a little high. It's getting a little too much. Did a nature family have a katana that they polished every day and that they put on a pedestal and they put it in a display? Yes, they did. Absolutely. Positively. Sure did. Yep, absolutely. But honestly, if you're basically a little squad leader samurai, right, you're in charge of 12 other samurai, you wouldn't have the money for one of those fancy things. What you carried, what you used, was what you had. Of course, you try to buy the best that you can, right? Wouldn't you? Right? If I can afford it, I'm going to try to get it. But if I can't, hey, I did the best we can. There we are, go! Breathe, Russell. Breathe. Well, here's the kind of not only was your weapon, it was also a tool. It was not uncommon for a samurai who was trekking through the jungle to pull out the katana, to use it as a machete to cut through the bamboo and the vines. It was normal. It was okay. It was not uncommon for a samurai to pull out his katana and dig a little trench around his sleeping hole. It was a tool. We loved it. You know, you love your sword. Yes, it will keep you alive, but it was a tool. It is not one of these things that is like, that would be Excalibur, not just a katana. No, go. The other thing is, the myth of there is a mystery to fight. There is a mystery to fight. Now, do not get me wrong. There are martial artists in this world whose skill with the katana is just amazing. Right? But, again, back in the olden days, I am the Lord, I am about to go attack that Lord. Am I going to have time to train every one of my samurai to, super status? No. Right? I'm going to train them, they're going to go through basic training just like every other soldier in the entire world. Except, boy, we have funny haircuts. But, yeah, it is what it is. Hey, you're a young nobleman. You're 15 years of age. I'm about to go to war. Congratulations, you're now a samurai. You have 1 month's training, your training, go. You live, you die, it doesn't matter. If you serve me anyway, I own you. It is what it is. Okay, that was the old way. Battle stance. Middle guard, go. The other thing is, you'll notice that when they're doing these forms, hey, not all of them point the exact same way. Right? Well, that's okay, because you have to pick what's right for you. That's the next thing we're going to talk about. There is no perfect form. There is no secret technique. See, unlike video games, we cannot go to the next level, beat the master there, the boss there, and get the final super sword that will make Cloud the master of all. Even if you had a chocobo to get there, it wouldn't work. It's true.
That is true.
Right? It's what works for you. Will you please stand up, sir? And will you please stand up, please? Okay? So, you are fighting him. No, I'm going to make you do it for real, I'm just saying. Do you really think that he's going to choose a style with his sword, a guard, a stance with his sword, that's actually going to get him this close to the opponent? Or is he going to use the length of his body and have some distance? So in this case, what if she used the same style? It wouldn't work, would it? But do you think that she is going to choose a far away, okay, she might be smart, she might run, but, alright, right? But she might say, okay, I'm going to use a style that uses, that gives me perfect footing, and I'm going to purposely fight in rocks. See? We could. Right? So, of course, whatever is right here. Thank you, guys. Give them a round of applause. Thank you. Good boy. Go. So there is no special technique. It is only what works for you. What works for me may not work for John. What works for John may not work for Casey. What works for Casey may not work for you. What works for you may not work for you. It is whatever works best for you. So you can't sit there and say what's best. I'll answer a couple of questions in advance. Knight versus samurai? It won't happen. So we don't know who's going to win. Ninja versus samurai? If the ninja is actually stupid enough to stay to fight, he's going to die. Why? But because all these stupid things. No, but the samurai has armor! There is one more stance that our school teaches us. But we will go to that in a little bit. I'm going to have John demonstrate a little something. Last but not least, how many people have seen in samurai movies, they have their swords up and they go, ha! And they go, they go, ha! Right? How many of you done karate and judo and you have to make the sounds? Yes? Well, believe it or not, most of the time they didn't. Because here's the thing. People, when they charge, they scream to make themselves get excited and to bolster their spirit, yes? And everybody who is getting ready to do battle, they give a battle cry. And so, for instance, JP, do a draw of your choice and show me your weapon! Draw! Oh! Exactly. So that's his way of doing it. And everybody does it really different. But see, then there's people like John. Hey John! Show me the dance and draw of your choice. Show me your music! Draw! So in particular for my family, and I don't know who way back in history thought of this, is, okay, you're in battle, and your team is like, ready to fight, yeah, go, 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 we're the champions, All of a sudden, the Sioux family, remember, we were what? Smugglers. We were rebels. We were warlords, right? Yeah, we come up and we're just there in our armor and we don't make a sound. And you scream and you scream and you get closer and you get closer. Yeah, we're going to kill you all, you rebels. Yeah, we're going to get you all. And we don't make a sound. And you hear, and that's our 3,000 archers launching arrows at you. Yeah, we are in England. We are not going to play nice and tell you TS3, battle for no. No, right? So, yeah, think about it. An entire army, an entire opponent. Think about it. If you were, how many people have gotten, I promise not to tell, doors are closed. How many people have gotten in a bar fight or two in their life? Okay. Or an altercation at school, right? Right? Or you know what? Just be stepping on me, man. Okay, whatever, right? So, usually that starts with what? You know? Hey, what you looking at? What you looking at? And a little push. I thought, yeah, I'll see you after school. I was like, dude. Bam! Oh, sorry. That was really painful when your head went in the locker. Sorry. We just can't get along with anybody. So, think about it. Think about that situation you were in when you were in that fight or in that altercation, whatever. What if, while that other person was getting on you and trying to hit you, you were absolutely silent and you just looked at him like you're going to die? Pretty good tactic. Yes, sir!
Wait, I did that.
What?
I did that.
Yeah, it works.
Pointed a knife
It
at
really
me.
works. So that's what we did. So now, what we're going to do, as best we can, because, well, here at Fanime, we are not allowed to bring metallic steel weapons. Oh.
No violence.
Bayonet. Dude. We did Spear last year. I did Naginata 2 years ago. So what we're going to do is we're going to first show you a line of strikes from here to there. Coaches, see here, please. Just like we do in the park. So you're going to space outward, you're going to draw, and then you're going to go all the way down. Okay? Come all the way down, like halfway. Just to show you the basic strikes. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull out our backless katanas, and we're going to get people to come out and be volunteers. And we're going to show you some of these strikes. And you're going to get to try some of these strikes. Everybody with me so far? Yeah. All right, okay. And then we're going to turn, and we're going to get some more volunteers. We're going to show you some more strikes, and some more volunteers, and we're going to show you some defenses. And then at the end of the day, well, if everybody's good, we might do a little bounce here and there. All right? Also, before we start the class, coaches, this is anybody who wants to actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 6 of you, go ahead and put on your masks and do one boffer battle, Katana style. So, not yet, do the lines first. So, yeah, that's fine. So, first of all, say hi.
Hi.
This is one of our corporals, and she's now really skilled.